Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the Gusii leaders have a political party known as UPA. They wanted Matiangi to become the party leader and use that party to propel his presidency and lead it into going in the coalition with other political parties. Now, UPA is a party that is actually originating from the Gusii land. It's a small party there. But Matiangi has decided differently, that he has joined Jubilee party and that is the party he wants to use for his candidature going forward, but not UPA. So Matiangi is a member of Jubilee party going forward and he has made it publicly in Gusii land.
Mimi nasema wazi, nimeingia katika chama cha Jubilee. Vile tulisema wakati ule wa NDC, sasa ni wakati wa kujiunga na chama cha Jubilee. Sasa ndugu zangu na dada, umobona kuira bwari. Sasa moko ngira bwari. Mumani tena unamoko ngira bwari. Kwa hiyo hivi marisa. Mheshimiwa wa Mshomba nilikuwa nasema hiyo ni kama ile unasema ile ya kuomba kwa lugha nyingine. Nasema hivi yani ni waelimu watu mnaelewa hii maneno. Hawa vijana wako hapa ambao wanatafuta kura hawa. Mmekaa hapa wote MCM, wajumbe wa bunge. Siku nyingine sasa tukikuja hapa na nyinyi mjue uniform yetu ya Jubilee ile inaonekana. Ama namna gani?
Now, with this move, Rigathi Gachagwa believe otherwise, that in the opposition coalition, they have to work with the regions. And going by regions, everyone has to be assigned a specific region to campaign there and bring that support to the national table. And so, Matiangi has been assigned to bring a Gusii nation to the table. Wako na count mbili, Kisii, Nyamira. So that is where Gachagwa is reducing Matiangi to. And by saying so, what he means is that Matiangi should have a local party, kama hiyo tulisema in the beginning, UPA. Then rally all cases behind that party and bring it on the table. So this is Gachagwa's thinking within the opposition.
An alliance of regions, and to defeat William Ruto, we need to work around the clock. Mm-hmm. And by the time he came, we had already agreed on a formula. Martha Karua, J.B. Muturi, Mithika Linturi, and I had been allocated to deal with the Mount Kenya region in terms of making sure we solidify the nation and we chase Ruto and Raila from the region, which we have done successfully. Eugene Wamarwa, Cleo Malala, and Georgina Tebea, we agreed they work on Western Kenya, and they make sure that they lock out William Ruto and Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka, to work on because we had a gap in the Gusii nation. And we told him right to the soul, and he was in agreement, that politics is local, and he is more suitable to deal with the Gusii nation than ourselves because he understands the place better. So we did request that, just like we had done with other regions, he goes and work on the Gusii nation, which is already one term. And I think with time, we'll be able to get to meetings and continue with what we are doing. So I've seen a lot of nonsense. People saying that people have a problem with Fred Matiangi, or he'll go it alone. Well, if he decides to go it alone.
Definitely, if you listen to Gachagwa, you see what he's trying to speak out. That Matiangi should have a local party. Why not Jubilee? He's not talking about Jubilee, but that's the issue. Jubilee is originating from Mount Kenya. We know that. That's the party Matiangi is associating himself with. But now he's saying, they're restricting him to a certain region. Anza huko Kikuja. There is some hidden agenda behind this. But then Matiangi is speaking his mind. That when I am coerced or intimidated over my own political choice, then my democratic rights are being violated. That's the feeling in Freddie Matiangi, as far as how someone is trying to push him not to associate with this political party, to associate with this one, and how. So that is what he believes.
Even us in the opposition, and the number of my colleagues, and I know people of Kenya have been wondering, why are there a lot of arguments in the opposition and so on? I say, actually, for me, I look at them from a positive side. That you see, first we chose democracy, which means it's good to be in a country where you can choose to belong to a particular party and say that I am in Jubilee. My brother Zach here, who sits here, is a member of PNU. And we are very, very good friends. I do not see anything in this world that would affect my friendship with Zach because he's in PNU and I'm in Jubilee. And the other people who are in other parties, Kenyans. The more we are at the table when we come to discuss, the better. We build alignment and consensus, not because we have no differences. No, in spite of our differences. We will have differences of opinion, differences of perspectives, different ways of looking at things, but we sit together. If I took a survey here, some of you are Catholics, some of you are Protestants, some of you are Muslims. Why would that affect whether or not we are able to sit in one room and discuss the affairs of our country? So, to build even unity and cohesion within the opposition is going to take a lot of maturity, a lot of respect for everyone's view, because we chose democracy, because we are proud of our country, that you can actually belong to a party which has not to belong to yourself, and that you will have the freedom to wake up on election day, walk to the polling station, go into the booth and vote for a leader you choose yourself.
Now, I don't know you're thinking in this united opposition, as far as the competing interest within the party, the coalition, and the specific position that leaders are taking. How do you see the opposition suffer from this kind of approach to the politics within the opposition? A lot of issues are coming out, and I would want us to look into that in the conclusion of this video. But before we do that, I have a quick and humble request for those who are watching the channel and you have not yet subscribed. Please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And a big shout out to everyone who has joined the channel membership. Thank you so much. It is one of the direct support that you give to me and this channel. Thank you, and back to our discussion. Now, definitely, even in the interview that Gachagwa had yesterday night, you see some conflict. There is conflict there. The issue is that Gachagwa wanted to dictate everything in opposition, and we might get it wrong from the opposition. He is trying to restrict Matiangi to a certain region. But I can tell you, Gachagwa is cleverly reaching out to every region. You see, when he's talking about we have assigned leaders in various regions, amesema yeye na Martha Karua na JB Muturi Mount Kenya. Hawa ni party leaders. Amekuja Western akasema natembea Malala. Alafu pia ametaja Eugene Wamalwa. They have been assigned Western. In these three people, already Gachagwa's person, DCP, Deputy Party Leader Malala, is there. Alafu naambia Fred Matiangi, wewe tumekuassign wapi? So Matiangi has been coming out as a national leader. When you restrict him to certain region, then you want to make him to lose. When Ruto was forming UDA party, he's a Kalenjin, but he gave UDA party that face of Mount Kenya more than Rift Valley itself. So UDA came out more of a Mount Kenya region party than Rift Valley party, but his origin is Rift Valley. And you know how he won the vote from Mount Kenya. That's Ruto. So look at the formula he used. Uhuru used to be more in Rift Valley than Mount Kenya, 2013, even 2017. But Jubilee ilikuwa coalition ndio wakarudisha ikakuwa chama. But now when you tell someone restrict your party to this, how? Jubilee has its root in Mount Kenya. And so, it is a party that is associated with the people there. They know it. It's not a new thing you want to say. Gachagwa, why do you restrict that? Now, Matiangi akuwe na chama yenye iko. Unajua, Matiangi bringing the Goose Nation on the table as a united is not a big deal. It is something he can do it. Hata akitumia UPA party it can. Akisema UDA, Jubilee, nimeona watu wengi wakisema now the entire Kisii is a Jubilee. It's true. The issue is now reaching out to other areas. Jubilee is a better to help in that. But I don't know why Gachagwa finds it a problem. The issue is that Jubilee will compete equally with DCP in Mount Kenya. Then it will make Matiangi a national leader because he has support elsewhere apart from the Goose Nation. That issue. So looking at things here, I think for opposition to move properly, they have to accept. Then, the issue of funding. Unajua Jubilee party has some money that they normally get from political party funding. Gachagwa has to get money from his pocket because this is a new party that has no money. It has no support from the national kit. So, look at that. So there is competing interest, and some is personal to these politicians. But they have to accept to work together, just like Matiangi say, he should not be coerced or intimidated over his own political choice. It's a democratic right, so no, don't violate it. I don't know your views, but please let us know in the comment section to continue with our discussion. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.